Back at the Monster Factory.
Back in the Monster Factory.
6,500 miles in 23 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I mean,
it has been crazy.
Really, really crazy.
It has been very, very, very crazy. Had a lot of craziness. Things have been crazy. What's up?
Hang on just a minute. I'm trying to work.
Right.
Just chat.
Well, yeah, no, I can't see my total war down. I told you it needed to be tilted forward. Talk to him, baby.
I'm trying to work on
up.
something. I'm trying to work on this. There we go.
All right, so topics of conversation. How strong is Michael? No, I'm just kidding. That's good.
We are going to get to the Levan and Dave match.
That is
But
coming.
we got some other things to chat. But just before we get there, we give everybody else a little bit of time to come on. Please go ahead, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And be sure that you have shared this live stream to your other feeds so that other people can find us and chat with us. Have a good day, you two. That's Levan Saginashvili's kidney.
What is up? His kidney?
Congrats to Leroy Rocker, right?
Dude,
What
check
did
that out.
What did y'all think about the shout out that he gave to Michael for showing him how to work out
How to
arms?
really train arms.
Because you know what he worked with? The Monster Curl Bar.
He did the Monster Curl Bar. He did the circuit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
BFRs, like he went hot. He really did like the Monster Curl Bar quite a bit.
Yeah.
He did good. We still have that footage, unless do we still have that footage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
We may have it. We've ran out of space. We have recorded a bunch of stuff.
I've lost some footage.
It has been crazy.
Yeah.
So, back home, the trip was we weren't supposed to get home until tonight or early morning. I was supposed to train with Stan Efforting on Sunday and then go to Jackson Week on Monday and then see John Jones last night. And I called, text Stan. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. I had to go to Vegas, train out with my business partner. So I'm like, man, do I want to hang out for 2 days to see John? I am a John Jones fan and it would be cool. But I'm like, he's still going to be training in November. And as soon as I realized I could get home, we left the Santa Fe practice Saturday night, drove to Amarillo, woke up, and bam, 640 miles. That's the longest stint we've done yet. But we got home, super happy. Got some good workouts in since we've been back, right? Hello.
Yes.
All right, I don't know what she's doing. She's supposed to be contributing to this conversation. See, this is what I deal with. What are you mad about?
Right now, you.
See, I don't understand. All right, so
I'm over here working.
I'm looking at this of topics.
And
is that where you want to go?
You do read English, right? I mean, because it's like big, bold letters.
I told her to get me new eyes. She hadn't got me new eyes yet.
Yeah. What I was noticing is I'm on my account over here on my phone. Did not get the notification that we are live.
All right, so they're still not sending out our notifications as much as they used to. I don't know what that's all about, but I know you guys love us, so we're super stoked to have all you guys on here.
Yes, I already told them. Special guest. It was
Special
actually in
guest.
the title.
Oh, is it
yes,
really?
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so super, super excited about him, and you guys will be excited to see him as
I am too
well.
far away. I can't see the comments, and that's bothering me.
Look, they're right here too.
Oh, check that out. But now I'm looking here instead of looking at you guys.
Ah, yeah. So how do you need to get closer?
I don't know.
What
But
do
yeah,
you need
so
to
check
happen?
this out. This is what I look like after a tour. Do you see that Tom Selleck mustache shit I got going on?
It's like in his
Dude,
mouth.
I was over there with my mom today, and she's like, "Are you letting your beard get fuller?" I'm like, "No, I just haven't been able to trim it,
It's all bushy.
So,
SG Records, I wanted to be first to super chat. Love the
What's
MMT
up,
family and
SG
Matthew
Records?
Singer.
Appreciate the
fact
support.
you did this many miles in the RV and she hasn't murdered you is unreal. It came very, very close.
dude, there's a couple times
I
she's
totally
like, she
lost the
screamed
bet
at me.
on that.
Yeah, she screamed and went back in the back.
Glad
And,
y'all are back. See you down there soon.
Very soon, very soon. Daniel Urick, Taco
Taco
Bell,
Bell, baby.
Okay, so on that note, check this out. I don't know if y'all noticed the flex a minute ago, but I'm getting jacked. Have done, today is 31 days without a cheat meal. So what we're doing is 110 days, and the reason I say it's 110, it's out till like Thanksgiving, like the 25th or something like that. We had 5 scheduled cheat meals. Today was supposed to be in Amarillo, Texas at the Big Texan. Since we came home early, we're like, let's go ahead and run till Saturday. Saturday's our granddaughter's birthday party. So it's gonna be 4 cheat meals in 110 days. We just traveled the United States, like I said, 6,500 miles, with people offering us the most amazing food. And I'm telling you, traveling the United States is amazing, but it's way cooler when you get to eat the local cuisine. So we finished up in Petaluma on Saturday. I'd message Bill Collins. He's like, hey, Ginger's got something special for y'all. Because they know we're foodies. And 6 gourmet cookies this big with cake icing 1.5 inches thick. I'm like, dude, I can't eat that. He's like, yeah. Well, you have to put it in your freezer. He said, we also have one of these. And I'm like, what are you talking? And they have a Giordano's pizza. They had a Giordano's pizza for us. So for 8 days, we drove around with Giordano's and cookies in our freezer. That's how committed we are to this Monster 2.0.
Very
It's
committed.
coming. It's
So
coming.
first tour, I got probably the most out of shape I've been in our relationship
Well, we did. Like,
because it was 5 weeks of eating bad.
the tour was only 3 weeks, but then I got COVID, and I'm like, if I'm gonna die, I'm eating pizza, cake, and ice cream.
And you guys know we couldn't
So,
taste, but we ate it anyway,
I
right?
ate so much.
And then the second tour, I actually lost weight. So now I'm about where I was
On the first tour.
when I started the first tour.
The first tour, we were gonna do like low carb, and we were doing hamburger patties.
That doesn't work for this chick.
And it really, so our anniversary is the 4th of July, and on the 2nd, our good friends took us out in Albany, New York for an anniversary dinner. Well, as soon as I ate on the 4th, on the 2nd, I'm like, well, I'm going to eat. And it turned into 3 weeks of eating. Then we got COVID, and I'm like,
Hey, love you.
I'm eating.
Nobody cares about this. What they want to know
I
about.
like eating. So
we love eating.
Monster 2.0 is coming strong.
So-
Now, I'm not healthy yet. Are we going to talk about that now, or are we going to wait?
We're gonna wait. But let me
All right.
tell you what. I'm super excited because I actually got good workouts in.
You did get good work.
And I still didn't have much arm wrestling though.
She did not. There wasn't as many women. Now, we did have our opportunity Saturday.
Yeah, but this is
But
what
Leanne
happens.
Wilson is probably,
Way out of my league.
yeah, she's strong right now.
But this is also what happens. I could have put bands on her, but Michael arm wrestles and arm wrestles and arm wrestles and arm wrestles until he is tired, and then it's time to go. And there's
She
no
is
time
just
left for
mean,
me.
and that's how this.
That's the
how
truth,
this story is
though.
going to be told.
Is that not the truth?
Not quite.
Okay, then fix it.
It's not quite the truth.
That's not what happened.
It kind of might have been what happened.
That's exactly what
I
happened.
don't know. But that was at
Samuel,
one practice.
thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate
Thank you
that
so
very
much for the support.
But you guys are all here to hear about Levan and Chaffee, plus talk to our special guest that is not here yet, but should be here soon.
Should be here.
But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Nine Line Apparel. Nine Line.
9 line.
And today I'm sporting their 22 shirt. And what this is representing is the 22 veterans who give their lives or take their own lives daily here on American soil because they're suffering from PTSD and those things. And so right now, we all know that our soldiers are being hit hard. We just
Crazy
lost,
times right now.
we just lost 13 last week. Absolutely breaks my heart. And whether you agree with us being there or not being there, each individual, remember, has a family. And support those guys. Support those guys that give all by going to Nine Line using code Monster 20 to get a 20% discount.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are awesome. They really have taken care of us, helping us with this tour, as
Yes.
all of our brand partners have done. We've gotten to meet several in person. We did so in Santa Fe as well, and it's just truly a blessing that we're getting to do this. And I hope you guys are enjoying all the content.
But the last thing that I wanted to say about Nine Line is they are also right now donating to Nobody Left Behind. So what
yeah.
that means is they are working. I don't know if you saw on Instagram, their CEO is actually working to bring home stranded Americans.
Yeah,
So
pretty
that's
awesome.
absolutely awesome.
Very cool what they're
Nine
doing.
Line code Monster 20. So
We got 3 super chats.
let me read these real quick. Nathan Yo
Okay.
finally caught y'all live.
What's up, Nathan?
Question. And Daniel Urich, I'm a horrible host. I made them have 4 cheat days. Not sorry. Was working on Daniel 1.25.
Man, I'm just
Bad
telling you,
God.
the Taco Bell out there is way better because that shit's like thick.
Yeah, and Kyle Dickman, do you know when and where you'll be in Sioux Falls or where I can check to find out?
Okay, so right now, everything is tentative. We are going to Sioux Falls for sure because we found out there's cool waterfalls. But as long as people want to meet up and there's enough of you guys, because I wasn't going to arm wrestle on every location, but hey, what the hell? If we can set something up, arm wrestle, do a king of the table, film some content. I will have merch like we did this time. Everybody seemed to love the face shirts and MF shirts, so we're gonna do that again.
Well, that's sold out.
Yeah, so we are.
We had to
I
get
think
more.
there's one more though.
So Nathan Yo, did y'all figure someplace out for St. Louis? Got to be there. Again, let me tell you guys how this works. In the RV life, nothing is on an exact time because you don't know when you're gonna hit traffic or when stuff is gonna happen that slows you down. So basically, we put the cities and the dates when we will be stopping there. As it gets closer, if one of you want to message us and you want to set up something in that city, don't message us and ask us to come an hour away. That happened. I'm telling you, when you're
No. It was an hour further than the hour
when
away
you're
we're gonna go.
driving
You know what I'm saying?
6,000 miles, an hour out of the way does not make sense.
Because it's 2 hours.
So,
it's an hour that way, an hour back.
Yeah, so you come to us in that city, and we will happily set up or attend an arm wrestling
So
practice.
we are, and I don't care what, I mean, I don't know, it's not that I don't
Yeah.
care, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but one thing that we have done some really good workouts. It's been a lot of fun. We have the wall balls, the battle ropes. I don't know if y'all seen some of the stuff we've done, but what we're missing is cable pulls and stuff like that. So we are going to go ahead and get Planet Fitness memberships. Now I'm going to tell you, this is multi reasons why. One, I can park outside Planet Fitness and get the lunk alarm on all the time. But I'm just
Wonk, wonk.
No, I mean, maybe I get some good content, arm wrestling some folks. But really, we can run in, we can do our cardio, we can get some decent workouts in, we can tan, we can shower. This body needs a massage after being in that damn RV all the time. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. So who knows? Some of these meetups may be in the parking lot of a Planet Fitness. If that's where we're at and that makes sense, we may do it there.
Nathan, no, I'll just need that day off. All I'm saying, pretty sure I feel like y'all are going to the arch. Yeah, we'll see the arch.
Okay, the thing is, Tony Piccoli told me there was no parking near the arch, and trying to pull a 33-foot RV around downtown St. Louis.
Are you? He's a liar.
He may be a liar.
Because people travel in freaking RVs and go see the arch. I bet you could park at least a block away and walk.
Okay, leave our dogs in the RV, that's fine.
A block away? We just left
Whatever,
them in
Becca.
Petaluma.
Whatever.
Did we?
We did.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so the tour, we did a lot of arm wrestling. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. What's it, Daniel?
Daniel, you're it. Guys, even after COVID and pneumonia, Michael is strong as hell. His drive to be 110% is unmatched. Thank you.
I am on the mend, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Y'all, very
as far as
interesting video coming out in a couple of days. Be watching.
It
Be
is a
sure
good
that
one.
you have subscribed and clicked your bell for notification, because what he did surprised me, surprised him, surprised Bob Brown.
It was pretty good. I mean, like I said, I'm not near 100% yet, but I'm definitely on the mend. I'm feeling much better. I am going to tell, once you read that one, I'm going to tell one story of actually how this trip was going. All right, I'm going to let them hold for just a second. So here's the deal. This is how this trip was going. We took off August 6th. We ended up having a very late departure. We were supposed to leave August 4th, ended up being August 6th. I drove nonstop to Hutchinson, Kansas to Primal Beef Jerky. And I got there, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm back. And after 3 matches, I'm 170 plus heart rate. I'm white by the end of the night. It was crazy. I was not doing great. The next morning, got up, we went ride ATVs, shoot guns.
We were going to talk about this with our special guest.
We weren't supposed to talk about that. I'm talking about this right now. I was 10 minutes on a 4-wheeler, and I'm like, dude, we got to go home. I can't finish this tour, so we're going to go home for 10 days, try to let me heal up a little bit, then get back on the road. But I just could not figure out how to do everything we need to do and still be at the 9 Line charity event September 30th in Savannah. So we pushed forward, and as we did, things got better. I'm gonna say the rest for later, but I was just gonna say that.
All right.
Because some of you guys know, because y'all met me on the tour, but the other ones don't know that my ass was getting kicked pretty good.
It was, but it was good. And I'll tell you why it was good later.
All right.
All right, wake up. Hello, Miss and Mr. Todd. I want you to be honest with me. Is it true that you actually pulled Levan in a practice secret pool in Dubai?
This is so funny.
Make a secret signal. Grab your beard. That's not secret.
Yeah, I grab it all the time. Check this out.
That is true.
Who did we hear this from the other day? Because they called, Derek Smith. Derek Smith said he talked to Nicole, because people were saying Nicole's the one that filmed it. Nicole told us to everybody to put their phones away. First off, if I'm pulling Levan, I'm filming that shit. We not one single time did we arm wrestle. Now, in retrospect, I wish I would have, because I did not know I was not going to get the match. I thought I was going to get the match, and the people who the match wasn't fully sponsored yet, but the people in the room were the ones who potentially were going to sponsor it, and we didn't want to give anything away, so we never pulled, not one time. But it will happen.
Yo,
it will happen, I promise.
Definitely make sure you lock it up. St. Louis is ranked #1 and 4 for murder capital. Someone will snatch that.
Well,
RV
hey,
up.
you
well,
just told us
didn't make me
we're
feel
not
good.
going to the arch
So
now.
is there somewhere that we can park it, Nathan Yo, at someone's home where it will be safe and they can just drive us to it? Somebody message me and let me know if that can happen.
the thing is,
if I
our
could park it in
our
somebody's
dogs
yards
are in
where
the
they're
RV,
safe, because those are my kids.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything ridiculous. Now, she did want to go to the St. Louis Zoo, and
I do that.
he told me there's good parking there. But a lot of this, our safety is going to come first, and our dog safety is going to come first. So
HD Lux, I'm currently COVID positive, and I'm on day 4. Sorry for bringing up your past, but how long did your symptoms last? Still.
Okay, I'm still suffering from the double pneumonia, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm over everything. Like I no longer have pneumonia, but I have damage from the pneumonia, which was crazy. I did not expect it. Like my resting heart rate, my heart rate in general is running about 25 to 30 beats higher than it always has in the past currently, because I'm not back to 100% yet.
Okay, we are 15, 16 in. I've got to mark this time down.
15, 16, all right.
15, 16, because now we need to get to, let's talk first about King of California, and we are going to get to
Redcon. Thanks to Redcon One for their partnership. They are part of this transformation that we're doing, which is amazing. And use code Monster20 to go get 20% discount on all your stuff. And so we're loving them too. Okay, King of California.
That is supposed to happen this weekend.
On the 4th, correct?
Dave and Levan are not the only matches that are happening.
They're the 5th.
What I wanted to chat with you guys about is that also Derek Smith
Tom Nelson.
and Tom Nelson are playing.
And then Tom Nelson, left-hander versus Tony Thomason. So, you want to read that one first?
No, go ahead. I'll
All
hold
right.
it.
I believe Derek is a level up. And I like Tom. But people who are consistently training are making gains. Tom's in and out. His heart, I don't think, is in it like it once was. And he's just a much smaller man. Derek has the frame to be exceptional. And if he continues down this path, I think he has a very bright future. So I feel like it's going to be a dominant victory by Derek. And I think that's his intentions. I think he wants to prove that he's level higher, that he is the King of California. And Tony Thompson's left's pretty nice. Now, Tom Nelson's always had a good left. I think he probably has a winning record on me left-handed. Now, I did beat him for the WWC 2005 World Championship, where Ron Batt took third that day. Got the medal right up there. But his left has always been pretty solid. Now, I think when my left was at its peak prior to the injury, I think my left would have been better than his. That being said, I think Tony's got the right leverage, the right levers, and I don't think it's going to be a good day for Tom. But if he was to win one, it's going to be the left, in my opinion.
All righty.
That's what we got.
Nathan Yo, possibly so. He may be able to meet us.
Okay.
I'm about 30 minutes or so. Let me ask a few people around there. I can just let you know on Patreon. Sounds good.
Cool. Now, I messaged Brent Rikers. I talked to him yesterday, and he's like, yeah, we're all going to be at Worlds. I'm like, oh, crap, because I completely forgot. Because we originally were going to do that tour down south, because the Eddie and Thor fight was supposed to be in Jacksonville. And once it got moved to Dubai, then I thought, well, we need to get these northern states knocked out before we get any snow. So that's why we're hitting the North Central next week. We'll start out on Monday and take off. And
Oh, hey, guess what? This is how.
What?
This is how you leave.
oh, someone said something stupid. Well, she didn't read it to me, but want to screenshot it for me?
No, he was just saying that he would like for you to do videos without the Mrs.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We're a team. We do this together. She's the reason this channel is as successful as it is, because she does all the editing. She does everything and comes up with most of the ideas. I mean, obviously, I'm super cool, but she does her part.
Yes, actually, Levan, we are going to absolutely chat about that, as it is third. Actually, you want to go ahead and talk about this one?
Okay.
An elimination match.
Yeah, so I just got through talking to Daniel Mosier a couple
Our-
days ago, because
American boy
yeah, good buddy. American, he's a man. He's
going up
full-grown-
against
full-grown man.
Levon's
No, Iraqi, yeah, Levan.
training partner.
So here's the deal. I knew he had the match. I didn't realize who he was pulling. Even when I talked to him the other day, I was like, hey man, how you doing? Oh, I'm feeling great. Because I called him about the storm, because I don't know if you guys know, Louisiana just got hit pretty hard, along with Mississippi and some other spots. But he's safe, had a little bit of property damage, but he's good. And then I looked at it, I was like, holy shit, he's pulling Iraqi. So I'm excited for Daniel, because Iraqi is a top tier, world-class middleweight arm wrestler, middleweight, light heavyweight, whatever you want to call it. And if Daniel does what he's potentially capable of doing, it's going to move his stock up significantly. So I'm a big Daniel Mosier fan. Think he's got a good shot. He has only had like one performance where he wasn't completely dominant, and that was one of those Mississippi tournaments recently. He may have lost to Jerome Loud or somebody like that when he won his weight class, but he just didn't fare well in the bigger class. And normally, Dan gets in there and flashes most everybody. So I think it's a very good match for him. I think he's super excited. It's a great opportunity, and if he wins, he's going to be part of top 8.
Clerks 93, you may be onto something there. Michael, I haven't seen. Okay, first of all, Daniel has European speed. He definitely has European speed.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen what happens to him when that speed is stopped.
I watched a couple because there's some promo videos of him, and he stays in there.
He does?
He's still in it.
He can grind?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the best defensive arm wrestler, but he keeps his offense going.
Yeah.
Like, he'll hit. If he gets stopped, he just holds on and keeps pulling. How well he would arm wrestle from a defensive position, I don't think is going to be his forte. But if he hits him hard off the go and he can keep that pressure going, I mean, he'll try for the pin. But I mean, he does have ridiculous speed.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys saw him in the overall peel out Tim Breslin's hand.
Yeah.
And then he stopped Tim at the base in the straps.
Which that was interesting, right?
That was nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what's this about Ryan Bowen versus Lachlan?
I think it's October 23rd. So here's the deal. We don't necessarily know the level.
We don't.
Because they just train together.
Right.
And then one says they're great, this top guy, he's level here. I don't know what their level is. I know Ryan Bowen sets lofty goals, and I'm impressed by that. Because you cannot allow someone else to set limitations on what you're capable of. I wasn't supposed to be the number one guy in the world. I wasn't supposed to be, among the very, very best to do this. And because I don't have a massive frame, although I'm 6'3", this is not a big hand. It's not a long lever. I just hated losing more than the other guy, so I just pushed through. And I think, if Ryan keeps hard at it, he does have the opportunity that few people do, and that's to be a full-time arm wrestler with his social media and his platforms that he has. So I think he's got great potential. As far as him and Lachlan, I don't know how good Lachlan is. Now, every video I've ever saw, Lachlan beat him until recently, maybe a month, 6 weeks ago, once he was talking about his pro cycle that he was doing, that he got, and he was
he's just really all out there with it too. I'm enhanced, he says.
You got to appreciate that. I mean,
yeah.
So I think that could make big differences. His forearm looks big, his wrists look thick. I mean, he is a very complete arm wrestler. Like, he knows all the angles. But he's learned from the best. He's learned from Devin, John Brezink. He's trained strength with Todd Hutchings. He's the only person he hasn't got to train with is me. So obviously his Kingsman's horrible. But so I don't know. I actually, they say Lachlan's a heavy favorite, but I think there's a chance that Ryan pulls it off. I think he's just a better arm wrestler. I think Lachlan has good power and a strong hand. But
yeah, Mr. JT in 69, I agree with that. Michael and I look at things quite differently. Actually, I look at things quite differently from most of the elite group, okay? In fact, I usually end up getting into some sort of an argument with everybody. But the levels that people go to, that's just on them, right? I wish that no one saw it as necessary, because I hate to see men put themselves in harm's way for something that's really so small niche, I don't understand it.
all I know is if I was getting paid millions of dollars, I would be a fucking freak. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit would look different. You know what I'm saying? My head would be this fucking big. My wrist would be that big. I mean, it's just, I don't know. If I was dying, I knew I had a date at how much time I had left, and it would not shorten my life, I would go crazy just to see what's possible. But I can't see the future, so I don't see that. I don't see that being something I'm willing to do.
I want somebody to grow old with.
Yeah. It's because you like that.
Because my family lives a long time. I'm going to be like 96.
I know what you want.
And I mean, if you kick it.
How did you not get my innuendos? That shit was perfect.
If he kicks it, I'm going to have to start taking, applications and shit.
Females. Because once you had this,
I'm not into
you know what I'm
females.
saying? There ain't nothing else out there.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so-
I was hoping that our special guest would get here, and actually it's only about 7 minutes away.
So, in the meantime,
No, we've put them off long enough.
what are we talking about? Levan, we
Yes.
gonna go ahead and talk about it?
Yeah, I want to do that after.
After when?
Like when we get through everything, we can unbox.
All right, fine. Super cool gift from Box of Maine. We met him at the
Super cool
Acadian
big
National
gift
Park.
from Box of Maine.
And it's still, because it's food that we can't eat until it's a cheat meal. So, but yeah. All right, so Dave Chaffee and Levan.
That's so funny, Edward. You're not going to get me with that.
Oh, they did one of those things?
Yes, they did one of those things.
That's pretty funny.
Don't risk your health. Holy shit. You would be missed so much. Yes, he would.
Oh my
yeah!
goodness! It's Santa Claus. I mean, who is it?
Ooh, wait a minute. Come on over here. Super excited to see you. Dan, New York, 400 likes for one trophy, one story. How are we going to make room here?
I don't know.
Y'all, look. I know
haven't
that you
seen him
missed
in so long. He's not gonna fit in the video.
Oh, it's not gonna fit. Big hug.
What's up, buddy?
Oh my gosh. We
So
got
in
the
case you didn't
gorilla.
know, I'm cracking that wrist back tonight, guys. Y'all know what's up.
Y'all,
Just
look
because
at
it's
him.
9.5 inches doesn't. His wrist is 9.5. Wrist.
You want here? Or
Well, I was
you
gonna
wanna
let Corey sit there.
Okay.
Is
Or
it wide enough?
you can
Can
do
you sit
what you
there?
want with it, and I'm gonna adjust the camera. You get in the middle, or am I sitting in the middle?
All right, so we got to make room. Corey, we were just about to get ready to talk
All
about
right, you get in the middle, or no?
Dave Chaffee
Just
and Levan. And people also have been asking about like how your training's going, how ready you're going to be, and things like that.
She's making all that up. Nobody cares.
Yes, I've been reading it. So, guys, we're definitely going to get to all of that. Let's tilt the camera just a little bit more. Excuse me, guys. I know you don't want me that close.
Goodness.
To me. We are so
She just cut out my
happy.
arms. That's horrible.
When you beat Devin last WAL event, your flexion negated any hand walking to press transition on his part. Have you had carpal issues?
I have so many issues that I'm always dealing with something. But Devin just had an amazing performance that night. I did not, and it will never happen again.
What are you weighing right now?
What are you weighing, Corey?
423 this morning.
So skinny.
423 this
He,
morning.
I mean, really small guy. Really
Hey,
small
what
guy.
does Levan weigh?
Less.
Less.
You know, he's probably 375. He said he likes to compete around 365.
He'd
Levon
be
does.
pretty late.
Silverback. Yeah, guys, isn't it great to we get this super chat on our last live. I used to have this great training partner. He had a better beard though from
Yeah,
this guy.
saying this dude had
So-
a better beard than this. Are
Yeah.
you crazy?
So how do you feel that Michael has just absolutely abandoned you in your preparation for Toddzilla?
I mean,
I mean-
I'm a pretty shitty friend.
Pretty shitty friend, right?
That's life. I mean, it
Absolutely
happens.
sucks.
I mean, I
right?
also got COVID. We couldn't train then. So I mean, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
y'all
not a
want
good
to talk?
person.
Y'all want to talk about Devin's head size? Look, this is on the very last.
And it's pinching into the dude.
It's pinching into him. It's gonna have a total. What is school? What was it? 26 inches or some stupid?
Did you
shit?
measure it like 26?
We did it at on the Juji thing
Yeah.
at WAL.
Yeah, your head's bigger now.
505, I think.
What was
Yeah.
it then?
I don't remember. I have to go back and look.
Yeah. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah. So, what are you doing? Getting the
Measuring tape.
You're gonna get the measuring tape. So your match is October 16th.
Yeah.
Now the one that we're talking about first is going to be Levan and Dave, which is coming up September 4th. 5th. Sorry. This what?
This Sunday.
This Sunday, and you can watch that. You're going to have to pay for the pay-per-view on ArmBets.
All right,
But
what you got, Corey?
it's going to be off the chain. I think they have 5 matches. We already talked about Daniel Mosher and Iraqli as one. And that's an elimination match.
It's 26 and a half.
26 and a half. So your skull has grown a half inch since they measured it.
I think it was 25 and change back then, honestly. I think it's grown close to an inch. Yeah. Everybody wants that extra inch.
And his wrist has
Oh,
grown.
that's crazy.
Oh my God, so they measured that. Michael's wrist is just
Where's that?
under 9
Just shy of
inches.
9. He sent it to me the other day, and
And Corey's was 9.5.
he started training me 2.5 years ago and had an 8.5 inch wrist.
I think that was my left that I did the other day. Maybe
Yeah,
it's right.
SG records. That's not
So it's on you.
completely true. There are a few
What?
natties out there.
Nat-
Well,
natties? You mean people who've never taken? Oh my God. That's not even flexed.
That was a lot tighter.
That's
than I
9.5. It's 9.5.
That's ridiculous. This is embarrassing. I never lose at measurements.
Oh, you're funny. You're way funny.
Oh, I'm massive.
Oh,
thought. You trying to go 0-3 today?
Oh, okay. He's joking. Yeah, and the thing is that those that we think that are, you just don't know. You just don't know. And like I said, it's just really up to the individual.
Yeah.
What you want to look is who's putting in the work.
Just shy of 9. So it's been that way ever since we've been training together.
Stop them before they measure anything else.
Right?
I can't be here for that. All right. Daniel, you're like, I have 4-inch wrist. Do you think I can beat Maya, my dog. I don't
Maya's
know. She's
rough,
pretty bad.
dude, Holmes.
She is. She is
got that-
absolutely rough.
Got that
Definitely
crazy.
go for Oreo.
Hey, hand me my phone, lover. So let's get on finally and talk
Finally.
about Dave and Levan. I'm gonna let you two
All right.
chat about this.
Okay, so
People
you
want
know.
to know.
Go ahead.
Does Dave have any chance? And you do know how they're staking it, right?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That is so crazy. So tell me what you think. Do you think it's a safe bet saying that Levan 6-0 sweeps Dave?
I think if he wins, he 6-0s them probably.
If he beats him. So
But you
he's
did
not going
say
to elbow
if.
foul. He's not going to false start in the referee's grip. He's not going to.
That's tough. I mean, it could very well happen.
So let's just say he is capable of winning 6 times against Dave, right? But in those matches, they're rough. A couple of them are battles. There's no elbow bobble. There's no nothing.
It could be.
Do
It's very
Do you
interesting.
think he's just going to dominate him?
I think it's really 50-50 on which way it
So
goes altogether.
what he told me was, he said, there's a chance that Dave Chaffee can win, and it'll be a grinder. There's a chance that Dave Chaffee loses, and it's a grinder. But there's also a chance that Levan's so strong that he just wins 6-0.
We
right?
all think
I mean, we
that,
don't
though,
think
right?
there's a chance, and no offense, we don't think there's a chance that Dave Chaffee's so strong he 6-0s him.
It's tough. He could.
You just don't know, right?
You don't
Because he
know.
hasn't been tested by that type of power. I do not believe Levan is that significantly stronger than Simplinkov. I don't think he is.
It's fair.
He does have a bigger hand, and he's a bigger man, but I don't think he's significantly stronger than Simplinkov.
His style's completely different, though.
He's more complete. Simplinkov became a very good arm wrestler before he had his health issues. But
he was never someone to try to go through the fingers, and like Levan is more,
yeah.
it seems, than. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem to have that. He's not a big inside guy. When Gennady beat him, he
Simplinkov.
beat him inside. Simplinkov was super inside, So
Yeah.
you're saying Simplinkov's top row would not be as dangerous as
I wouldn't
Levan's top
think
row.
so.
Yeah, I mean that makes a difference. So they may be similar in strength, just strengths in different areas.
Yeah, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is Pushkar the only person to probably ever just completely top roll through Dave Chaffee? In his.
Yeah. Now he didn't. I mean, he side pressured him, and then the wrist went as he was going to pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting because Levan's not going to hit him with a bunch of speed, I don't think.
I don't think he's going to hit him like Andre did. I think Dave. I don't think Dave's going to hook him. I think
Flat
Dave's
wrist.
going to stand him up in the center of the table and go top roll with him. That's what I
Evan
expect.
Gasparini, you are the best moderator ever, by the way.
I really think that's what it's going to go. I don't think it's going to be a Dave fighting to get a hook and being susceptible to getting this. I think he's going to be matching in back pressure and high hand. That's what I think. Is this new?
Matt Simmons says, bottom line, Dave only gets a win from fouls. I'll bet on that with any takers.
Hey, and that's the thing. It's great that you people are willing to bet that way and have that kind of confidence, but clearly, crazy shit happens. Because I would have guaranteed you I was not losing 6-0.
Yeah,
Crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
But to be that, and because all you're doing is stating your opinion, you cannot state things as fact because we don't know. None of us know. It's going to be fun to find out.
Did Trubin pull Levan?
Yes.
And it almost looked identical.
To Dave.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
Dave, Levan, and Vitali all beat Trubin pretty much the same, except after 4 rounds pulling Dave, maybe 5 rounds pulling Dave,
Those I was just
Trubin
about
quit.
to. Oh,
Yeah.
here it is.
Trubin was injured.
MT and Corey, do you think Dave Chaffee will win a single round? We already answered that basically. What person from the West do you believe would be a good or decent match for Laletten from the East? For
Man.
you, Michael, besides the obvious Levan.
People want to say Jerry Cadret would be a good match for Laletten. I'm just not sure he is. Now, if he gets on Laletten's bicep with that shoulder, Laletten's in trouble. There's a very good chance Laletten goes straight through him, over the top of him, and just cracks him. So who else would be a good shot against him? I don't know if we're ever going to see the 293-pound Devin again. That Devin has a good chance against anybody.
Yeah.
But for me, I will return to a greater form than I've ever been. Do you want to go ahead and talk about the angry?
Yeah. Someone's asking when is the match. If you're talking about Levan and Dave.
It's this coming
is
Sunday. Sunday.
This
Now,
coming
it's,
Sunday.
It's Polish time, so I don't know what time
It's
actually
not
going to be
happening
here.
in Dubai. It's in Poland.
Yeah,
Okay. So the King of California is on Saturday.
Saturday.
So you've got Saturday arm wrestling and Sunday arm wrestling.
And I'm excited about, Daniel Moser's pulling a Rackley.
At King of California?
No.
No.
When Chaffee's
top
pulling
eight.
Levan.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
elimination match. I didn't know it was a Rackley until like 2 days ago. I was like, holy shit, it's a Rackley,
That's so
Yeah, I heard him talk
exciting.
about Mosier getting a shot in the
Top 8. Yeah, it's
Brzezink's spot, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out who gets Brzezink's spot? Okay, yeah, I didn't know Brzezink backed out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I have. See, we have not had signal, and listen. I was averaging 250 miles a day average. I mean, that last day we did 640. We was putting a lot of miles in. So by the time we got to the RV, it was scroll through a few things, comment on a couple things, go to sleep. So I really don't know what the hell's going on. I honestly, this is all new stuff. So the Daniel Rackley, cool. I had no idea. John, Chaffee, Levan, super stoked about that match. It's going to be very exciting.
We have something that Michael and Corey kind of have in common that we're going to get to. Before we get to that, I want to give a shout out to Devin Bear at Bear Co. Construction. Y'all, I'm going to put a video out of one of the top 10 days of my life. All right,
It's
and
pretty amazing experience.
it was with Devin Bear, and you guys are not going to believe it. How it starts in the morning all the way until the evening.
That will be
was
on
a full
Rebecca
day.
Todd, My Life with a Monster. Go
It
subscribe
will.
if you haven't subscribed yet.
But Bear Co. Construction is looking. Come on, there's one of you out there that needs to work. Stop taking that money from the
No,
government.
don't go there. Listen, it's a construction
take
job.
a
It's
job.
hard work, but it's like $25 an hour plus a lot of overtime.
Y'all,
And-
he's flying you in his personal plane to get you home
And like
for the
your
weekends.
accommodations are taken care of.
Yeah.
Nice homes they rent, Airbnbs, whatever. They take care, and you're out there working in the most beautiful scenery, Estes Park, just all through the Rockies.
Big Ben
Spectacular.
316, thank you.
Dude, the views are amazing.
Yeah,
All right.
Absolutely, Yellowstone and all of that stuff. And Big Ben keeps talking about how I'm looking ripped. I have started losing weight, and my workouts are going very good.
Listen, I love my wife very much, and she is beautiful. Now, she has told me that she wants to get back to her prior form, which was one that was far surpassed my best form. So we would go places, and I would be jacked, and people are like, "Oh my God, you look amazing. Oh, you look good too." Because fewer people look like she is capable of looking than people look like
And
me.
that is, I'm going to put this out there for you guys right now. Natural.
Yeah.
This chick does not put dude stuff in her body,
This
except
dude puts dude stuff in her mouth. You know?
you asshole. Okay. Anyways, yeah, thank you very much. All right, so shout out to Bear Co. Construction. That link, if you know somebody would like a job, let them know.
Yeah, go on there
Ryan
and
Blue
subscribe.
Bowen, Dave, round 1, cracks his wrist out of straps. Levin slips low with debatable foul. Straps. Dave cracks wrist, takes first round. Levin, 4-2.
Well, there you go. Bet on Dave. And that's a very, very likely outcome. But they all are. We know nothing. We know nothing. We
Big
haven't.
Daddy Tonka fuck.
If Dave is in Dave's best form, who knows what's possible?
He says you got the zingers tonight.
Yeah,
Levin,
or
you
round
can-
1, King's move.
All you can really base it off of in recent time is that Dave would kill, I'm so bad with names.
You are.
Bresnan,
Yeah.
and he did kill Trubin the same way
Fashion.
that Levan did. So it's so questionable.
It
If
is.
either of those matches had looked closer with either person, it could have been like, oh, that's going to be lopsided. But they're both
Yeah,
on a different level than those guys.
This is a good question for you both to consider. If Chaffee beats Levan, is he basically the foregone conclusion that he will win it all? He's got to get past the
Listen, but Vitali presents a different set of obstacles.
Or like Pushkar, the way Pushkar been speed and going high and around.
Yeah,
him
it's nothing's a foregone conclusion. The only thing we know for certain was on May 28th, Devin was better than me. The rest of this stuff, we don't have zero idea because the elites haven't pulled each other. We just don't know. There's not enough data out there for us to make any type of assessment. We can make statements on, like you're talking about how Dave beat Truman. That was 4 years ago. It's 2017. Dave pulled Gennady in 2018. It's been that long. So
Crazy.
Hey guys, so there's 500 and some odd of you on here. Be sure and give us a thumbs up before you click off, but be sure that you have also subscribed, click that bell for notification. I'm fixing to give you a call to action.
Oh, cool.
Get on this. I know you all want to see the best of the East versus the best of the West. Y'all need to accept nothing less. You can all do this. Get on your keyboards, on Igor stuff, on WAL stuff, on Devin stuff, on Michael stuff, on Larry stuff, whoever. It's up to y'all to make it happen if you want to see it.
It truly
And
would be
I
epic.
I think it would be epic. And we have to insist that each of them have a house that they train in. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. All right, so Corey,
All right,
we're gonna
call to
ask
action.
you. We're gonna
Go to
ask you a
keyboards.
question. Rebecca's gonna ask you a question, then she's gonna ask me a very similar question. Go.
Okay, so people have been asking how your training's going. And a lot of folks are referring back to some video that they saw of you and Todd when you were here, just coming off your surgery. And
It wasn't he's just coming off his surgery. He hadn't been released to work out yet, so he
Right.
hadn't trained in 4 months.
right, so you've talked
That means lifting weights
with
for 4 months.
us about a mind shift that you've had. I would like for you to talk to them about that so they don't hear it secondhand. What has changed in you and what makes you confident?
I would say, pulling with Michael is always great. There's, a lot to be said for that. But being able to pull Dave Chaffee, and even though it's not his dominant arm, I still don't think there are very many people in this country going to beat Dave's left. And to put him on the ropes and be able to be in that match, like I belonged,
Yeah.
And up until that moment, I had never pulled anybody elite that I belonged. I pulled Cody Merritt. I did not belong. Like Cody is on another level.
His left is strong.
But Dave, in my opinion, is still elite. He's not number one by any means, I don't think, but he is elite, and he is Dave Chaffee, and that was the first time I had ever pulled somebody on that level and felt like, had my arm not came apart, I would have got him. I mean, I think if I did a few things different, not pull Travis, not pull Cody, go into that match 110%, I think that one's mine. I mean, didn't work out
So
that
what's
way.
different from there to now?
I don't know. Aggravation and regression, and
That regression's a motherfucker, isn't it?
it is. And then there's a lot of
Does that do something to your will, to your motivation?
I don't know. I don't know if it was that or just having to sit on a couch and listen to a bunch of people that I know I'm better than act like they're the next guy, and knowing they're not.
I had no idea he's gonna go there. It's funny, but yeah, I mean, it gets you right.
Yeah. I mean,
So what should people expect from this new, motivated, angry Corey West?
I mean, obviously, I'll be doing everything it takes to be in the match with Todd, and win or lose on that, I think it'll go my way. But just to prove a point, I don't think there's anybody else that's up and coming that's on my level.
Did you hear that? So just in case you were wondering, we're not going to name any names, but we've heard from some people that they don't need to pull other certain people because they don't need to get in each other's way.
I can't believe she's going.
Is there anybody that's not on your list?
No, I mean, I don't. It's everybody. I mean, it's everybody.
Corey's words were, I'm coming for everyone.
I'm not trying to be ugly when I say it. I'm just.
I like it with the ugly tint. Let's add just a little bit of dun 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 to it.
So
Okay.
here's the deal. I'm gonna talk on that.
Let me read this from Daniel Urich real quickly.
All right.
Corey, sneaking up on your beard game. Is that the secret to the power? What was that beard oil called again? That is from the Beard Struggle.
Beard struggle. Use code Monster20.
Monster 20, and Michael likes Viking Honor.
It's good stuff.
Beard Struggle, Monster 20.
So yeah, I've seen a very more motivated, not as patient for a rise to the top version of you. What I have experienced similar, and I know this to be true, there was a version of me in training that was the strongest I'd ever been. And for whatever reason, that version of me did not show up on May 28th. I do believe if I would have, it may have been a different outcome, right? So, what has upset me more than that? Coming home from that loss, which turned out to be a great thing because we gained multiple brand partners from it, a lot of respect from the community. And like I said, I was very proud of Devin's performance.
This is real good from Ryan Bowen.
All right.
Let's just say I'm not scared of Chance Shaw at all. I'm scared of Corey.
With fucking good reason. I'm just telling you. All right, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the fact that he's here, once we finish this live, we are going to do a back workout, and then we're going to get on the table for the first time in a long time. And I have made statements that I would not be surprised if he doesn't have to pull a band and me. I'm not back to where I was, but I know where he is at, and it would not surprise me at all. So that being said, so the only thing that's motivated me more than that ass whooping I took in Dubai was the fact that something like COVID could take me down as far as it did. We had already had COVID. I worked out through it. I didn't breathe well. I mean, workouts that I normally would have done easily were taxing for me, but that was a couple of days.
In fact, Lucius Varenas wants to say he's had COVID and has been struggling 3 weeks in, but been drawing inspiration from watching you handle it. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you, man. I mean, here's the deal. I'm just as trans. I may have already said this in another video. We were shocked that it did what it did to me. We know at least a dozen people who have died in the last 8 weeks from this, and they weren't unhealthy people. I mean, I've never held a cigarette. I follow a healthy lifestyle, and I'm about a 97 and change temperature guy. For 6 days, I was pushing 103. When we woke up on that 6th day, Rebecca made a post, and she's like, yeah, Michael's doing much better. Within an hour and a half, I had felt the worst I'd felt yet, and by that night, I was on the floor crying, saying I didn't want to die. It was the first time as an adult, and I always say tomorrow's not promised, right? So make the most out of the day, but that was the first time I actually doubted whether I was gonna wake up the next day. And I believe if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now. I walked to go to the bathroom, came back, had a heart rate over 200. I would have thought it was just mental, and I'd have tried to push through it like I've done everything else in my life. And I no doubts I would have come out here and tried to work out and had a heart attack. So it was Rebecca's taking care of me during that and taking care of me since then that has allowed me to get back to this form that I'm at now. But the fact that it did that to me has motivated me more than I've ever been. This is the most disciplined I've been on my nutrition all year. And it's not about, oh, people are like, you need to get massive, you need to get massive. I need to feel good about myself. I need to get in the best shape of my life. And then from that, I will turn that into a massive, shredded, freakish version of me that no one has ever seen. And it's because COVID kicked my ass so bad. I'm gonna see what I'm capable of. I'm gonna be the best version of me I've ever been. At 48 years old, before the end of this year, you will see something that no one has ever seen before. And it will be because of that. That's the reason.
And that's just one of the things that I wanted to talk about. You know, at the beginning of this tour, when he started, people were messaging us, Michael needs to take off, he needs to rest. But I knew that he was going to improve through the tour. And what happened, and I think it's going to be key in this Monster 2.0 and a new arm wrestler that you guys see out of the Monster 2.0 version, is that Michael had to start arm wrestling people in their power. He was letting them go first, arm wrestling in their power and having to fight back. He was putting his defense in plan again. And the cool thing was, I think it's helping his technique all over the table. I saw it, Bob Brown saw it. It was very impressive.
So my hand, and you guys may not know this or believe this.
Absolutely state Corey.
Corey will be able to tell you, my hand and wrist have been my strengths up until the match with Devin. And I was doing more impressive things with my hand and wrist than I'd ever done. Well, then after Devin and then after COVID, my hand atrophied. This thumb muscle just went away. Like I used to have this big meat right here. Well, it's gone. Now, I believe it'll come back. I think it's just nerve damage or something. But everyone is gripping me is getting an extra inch across the back of my hand than what they're used to, because normally this is a big muscle. And my hand hasn't been there. And my heart rate gets up real high. So my muscular endurance hasn't been there. So I've been forced to not rely on the things that have made me who I've been, and go back to the things that I used to do. Just holding, breathing, controlling, and then waiting for the opening and then attack, right?
One of the coolest things I saw him do while you were arm wrestling, I've never seen you do this before. Y'all, he's arm wrestling, right? And he will drop his head and look under the hands, and he's looking at the pin pad. So he knows when he needs to make a move. He's monitoring himself for that pin.
You'll see that. You'll see that in several videos.
Yeah.
And I'm just paying
hysterical.
attention. Because when you're playing defense, there's a certain degree of confidence a person gets the closer they get you to pinning.
Ben, I can't remember which you want me to ask him. I'm sorry.
The closer they get to pinning, there's a certain degree of confidence that they get, and once they get that confidence, they continue to push in that angle, which is just bleeding them, right? It's letting them fall into a trap. So I would watch to see how close I could let them get to keep them committed to that path or that lane, so that I could eventually expose it. And it has been, and I don't want to say it's been a learning experience. It's been a rebirth. It's been a rebirth of the. Hey, don't forget, we gotta give him the shirts. Hey, hand me the shaker.
It's from Rob.
Rob.
Person.
Oh. Well, you know what that
When
is.
he came up today.
He was here?
Yeah.
Ryan, Mike, what's your age? And big philosophical question. How long are you in the game for? Are you hungry for number one again?
What?
I told you don't need to open that right now.
Well, I did.
Ron Blue Bowen, Mike, what's
All
your age? And big philosophical question. How long are you in the game for? And are you hungry for number one again?
Yeah, so I'm 48 years old, just turned 48 in June. I believe that, just like I stated, the best version of me is still yet to come. And I do believe that best version can be the best arm wrestler on the planet. So I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know what my next match is going to be. I don't know how to prove to be overall number one in the world. I don't know who is overall number one in the world. But there will be a match, and I will be in form and ready to take on whoever it is. And then after that, I don't know. I don't know, do I stay at that level? Do I just focus on, do I go box Devin? Who knows? I don't know what's up. But yeah, I'm very, very, very motivated. I'm telling you, have you seen me this motivated?
No.
But I mean, the thing was, I was very motivated in 2020. Kept getting pushed off. I was very motivated to pull Levan. Didn't get the match. And then it just
I like that bear claw.
just kept. So it's not that I lacked motivation. I've always been motivated. I'm self-motivated most of the time.
We
But
gotta contact Redcon and Nine Line. I think they could get this going.
what, the East versus West?
You versus David Goggins.
And what?
I don't know.
What the,
Anything.
I'm not running against that dude. I will,
Anything.
I will motivationally speak
Y'all
against
can
him.
arm
You know
wrestle,
what I'm
y'all
saying?
can box, y'all
Yeah.
can do whatever, but that would be cool. I like David.
He's much smaller than me. So if it's something combative,
It's gonna be really
I mean,
embarrassing.
he is a Navy SEAL.
You better start training.
That would be embarrassing.
You better start
I'm not
training
gonna lie.
like right now.
Because I'm a fucking
Yeah,
beast.
but here's
You
a
know?
question from Big Ben. Big Ben, I did actually find it, and you guys can both chat about this as well. So Travis has been out there saying that he's making a comeback, and he's actually got a match set up with Cody Merritt. Do you think if Travis starts training now, he can be ready for Cody come February?
Yes,
That's interesting.
he could. It's Travis. Fucking Travis's left is world class. I don't think Cody Merritt has Dennis Plinkoff power. If Travis is training now and Dennis Plinkoff was Dennis Plinkoff, then no, he will not catch Dennis Plinkoff. I think he could catch Cody. That doesn't mean he will. And that doesn't mean, and all I'm saying is he could. Doesn't mean he will. Even if he trains as hard as he can. Cody's a bad dude.
And there's a big if on Cody's back too. Cody, besides his arm coming apart, hasn't really been slowed down in a while.
No.
And he
he's-
won. I mean, I know he won Masters and the Open, and he probably wouldn't have been slowed down in the Open if he hadn't pulled Masters.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
there's
I mean-
just no telling.
Cody's very, very strong left-handed. I mean, he's deceptively strong because you look at him, he's super nice, he's a great guy, doesn't look like that, he's not big muscled up dude, but his left is ridiculous.
Next level, for sure.
It really is. It's really strong. So could Travis be ready? Yes. Do I think it's likely? I would still, currently right now, if they both train till February, I give the edge to Cody. But it doesn't mean Travis couldn't. What?
Absolutely. So, bet on Corey and Dave. There are still some space left for Dave, from what I understand.
There
And
has
Corey's
been
match is
someone.
October
There has
16th.
been someone who has told Corey personally.
Don't say it. Don't say
that-
that. Shut up. Shut up.
All
Let
right.
other people do it.
I want you guys to bet on him, but he will get bet on.
It will be filled
I'm
up.
telling you,
You're
it's
gonna
gonna
miss your chance.
get full. It's just someone else gonna be
Yeah.
making that money.
Artem wants your left hand. Artem says he can take your left hand.
How much? Because you're too damn skinny.
Too damn
It
skinny.
ain't happening. Now you might beat up on me in practice, but you give me 2 days. I was gonna say 1, but I give you a little credit.
We missed the Monster and Larry combo. They want to see y'all fight.
Hey, cool. He's not a fighter. I like Larry a lot, but he's like real mellow and shit. Like he's not confrontational. Like,
He's not.
but he's strong as shit.
Strong as shit.
Yeah.
And he's not very quick either. He got too much muscle mass.
Yeah, y'all saw the basketball video, right?
And somebody said a while ago that you're not a fighter. Y'all don't know. You just don't know. He's actually got a history in mixed martial arts. So, in fact, there's even some rumors that you fought in Thailand.
There is rumors that I spent several years fighting in Thailand.
Yeah.
They are not true, but it sure would have been cool.
It would have been
Because
cool,
I've been
right?
a fucking giant. Have y'all seen me? Let me check this out. So y'all always see me around him or Devin or Levan. And Rebecca's wanted this to happen every single time we go somewhere. They keep wanting people to say, I thought you'd be bigger because of Roadhouse, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, you're huge. You're so much bigger in person. So because seriously, if I'm around you all the time, I don't look big. But if you put me around anyone else who's normal, I look enormous.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
that was the first thing I thought. We got off the airplane in the Dominican.
Yeah.
I was like, how many people live here? They were like, 12 million. I was like, I'm the strongest motherfucker in this whole country. These people are tiny.
Oh my God. I'm like 4 of these dudes.
Tristan Hinderlotter, how do you guys see the RVJ versus Sasha match going?
I like RVJ's chances, but if Sasha secures this hook, I'm going Sasha.
SG Record says it was today when she told him to shut up. If you're talking about me, that's a daily
It
occurrence.
happens every single day.
Well, you do
and then I
it
give her one of these.
hourly.
Smack! On the ass. See, that was good. Y'all thought I was abusive for a second. I'm not. I'm a nice guy.
You
all
look
right.
big next to Juji, and that's saying something someone said.
Dude, I love that video that y'all didn't watch.
Muay Thai Monster.
The challenge, Muay Thai Monster. Yeah, I'm
That's
telling you.
cool.
I'm telling you. Y'all gonna see this dude in movies. I'm gonna get so jacked this year. People are like, man, you need to be in movies. I'm like, yes.
Y'all see what I'm doing to him? Look at this gray. It's just
Dude,
spreading.
she has aged me significantly. Did y'all see how cute I was like 10 years ago? Horrible.
Can you
All right,
imagine if I went on a bodybuilding diet for like a year?
you'd be big.
Big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you appear, like my arms look bigger the leaner I get.
Right.
So
I'm going to let you guys talk about this really quickly, and then we have to get off because you guys need to hop on over to ARM TV because they're going to be having a live call-in show. We might just call in while
well,
the guys
I'm going
are
to talk
working
about
out.
my tentative schedule. Go ahead.
We might just call while these guys are working out. So, Hermes versus Trubin.
Man, that's another one.
Hermes has probably what it takes to shut him down, honestly.
Super strong hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, people just underestimate Trubin because he lost to Dave. Vitaly and Levan. that's only.
Well, like I told you, and it's nothing against Matt, but if Matt had the ability, even if it was just one match, to take Hermes' hand, I would give
Trubin a very
a
good chance
much
of doing
better
it.
chance. Yeah, much higher likely.
But yeah, that's another one I'm not willing to bet on. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Some good matches.
Dude, there really is a lot going on right now. I mean, super excited about that. But yeah, that's a good match. That's a very good match.
Very excited about that. Talk
Super.
about the tentative schedule.
Tentative schedule. I was going to leave on the 6th, which is Labor Day, drive up to Fayetteville, spend the night, then go into Eudora, Kansas. Got a big practice set up with
By the way, the tentative schedule is posted on our community tab.
Yeah.
So just scroll down there and see it.
So we would go to Eudora, Kansas on the 7th and have a big practice with both James Olson, Don Underwood, all those guys, big group. And then the next day we'll be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gonna go see some waterfalls. Some people have already messaged me about pulling there. The next day, Fargo, North Dakota. Have no idea what we're doing in Fargo. I just know I'm going there before it gets too cold. After that, Duluth, Minnesota. and Andrew Mignowski, I think is how you pronounce his name.
But Goku Black, we might be.
He's like an hour away and he wants to set up and do an arm wrestling practice. I was like, cool.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, good kid. He's pulling Cody Merritt at that October 23rd, right-handed.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting because he's super explosive.
They might have pulled it.
I think they did, and I think
Fall.
Cody won. I think
Not
Cody
Fall.
won because I think he hit into him and Cody drug him over. But he is fast, so who knows over Supermatch. That's Duluth. Then we'll be in Marquette, Michigan on the, what was I saying? 7th, 8th, 9th. On the 10th, it can't be right. Maybe Marquette's the 11th, Green Bay on the 12th, Chicago on the 13th. Chris Chandler says there might be 100 people at that practice.
100 people.
How the
Y'all-
hell am I doing a king of the table there?
Here it is right here, honey.
I don't care.
That's his schedule.
I did
and
it.
he's like, I don't care.
Nah,
Yeah.
I got this. So Chicago on the 13th, Giordano's Cheat on the 14th.
That
and
place is still open?
You shut up. And then the 15th, I've had some people reach out about Indianapolis. Who was it? Harold Owens. I might have them make a big meet up there in Indiana. And then St. Louis, get the guys there, and then we'll be home on the 17th. And then we'll be watching Devin and Thor on the 18th. I'm still super excited about that. I think that's awesome. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. What do you think is going to happen?
It could really go either way.
It really could.
I watched that match whenever y'all were in Dubai, his boxing match. I mean, I didn't
Is that-
see
is that
anything
a
that
cheat
looked
meal day?
so crazy that.
What, the 18th? No, we were just.
We're gonna watch a boxing match with Devin and Thor, and I can't have pizza.
No, but you can have something else.
Cake.
No,
Thank you.
it is not cake. It's.
Dick.
I can't tell you what it is. It ain't cake. Because we're just having Giordano's 4 days before. So no. Getting fit, baby. Getting fit. So Monster Mike Todd Chasm is. That's so
What?
That's funny. All right, so that was like a overview of what we're supposed to talk about.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
guys, thank you for sharing this time with us. If Corey beats me, we will not be putting up a video. If I win, shit's going everywhere. Like I'm putting it everywhere. I'm placing a bet on Todd because if I could beat you right now, you're a bum.
Which one's mine again?
Oh yeah,
Turbo
I
240.
actually don't know which one.
We will
What?
I had
open
to
the
look
box.
at it's one of the red ones.
Gotcha.
Probably that one in the middle.
Michael, we're going off. Let's open the main box.
Oh,
really
grab it, grab it,
quickly.
grab it. Yeah.
Let's
take
open
it.
the main box. You
Box of
guys,
Maine.
If you need to head on over to Arm TV, do so. As soon as we get off, I'm going to go over there myself.
No, she's not. She's gonna film us work out. Don't let her lie to you. All right, Box of Maine. Like I said, we met this young man. Is this the guy that stopped traffic?
Yes.
I think this is the gentleman that stopped traffic.
This guy, he actually jumps out of his truck when we're walking down a one-way road, and there's like a line of traffic behind him, and he says, "Wait,
goes
wait,
back.
wait! I've got to get
Corey
an
is stealing
autograph.
my
I gotta
stuff.
get a picture."
I hadn't even got to say what it is. Box of Maine's classic chocolate whoopie pie.
Whoopee!
Whoopie pie.
Whoopee.
You know,
There's a whoopie pie.
Maine maple.
Okay, by
Also,
the way,
popcorn,
Maine
something like
maple
that.
popcorn. That's, you want that?
Humpty Dumpty barbecue flavored potato. I'm eating all this on my cheat meal.
Those are mine. Barbecue chips.
Smith's Log Smokehouse.
That's beef jerky. You can have that.
Oh,
Tea.
tea. She just told the tea too.
New England maple tea.
Is that syrup?
I don't know.
Maple.
Acadia Coffee Company. We got fresh roasted Box of Maine coffee.
Acadia. Big thing in Maine, other than lobster, is blueberries.
Oh, dark chocolate, Maine sea salt with wild Maine blueberry cashew. Whippersnapper.
That is a
Pure
snack
Maine
bar.
maple syrup. If I would have only had this before Devin.
You did.
That's
a lot of
Maine.
people sent you.
But that's Maine.
But you got maple syrup.
Yeah, but it was not Maine. That might have made the difference.
Oh.
I don't know. I had good supporters.
So thank you again for the main box.
Child.
Box of
Daniel.
Maine hot sauce.
That is way cool.
I got a cute little pillow.
It's your
Michael
size.
Todd, what
Just
is
your
that?
size.
Y'all, it's filled with balsam fir.
Blueberry jam
Smell.
and
Ball fir.
Moxie.
It's a drink.
Distinctively different.
It looks like an orange drink to me.
It looks like something that is a collectible, and I think I'm gonna collect it.
Why are you going to collect it? Rebecca's
it's
going to
empty.
drink it.
Rebecca's mean. In
Okay.
case you guys didn't know.
But these are mine. And those are yours.
Put them all back in here.
Such a dick.
Talking about dicks. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Hopefully, I can do a little bit of something with this dude tonight. But either way, I'm excited about getting to get on the table with you, get a little workout, and just see where everybody's at. But if you have not been on Corey West yet, I definitely think you should be on Corey West.
That's the first soda ever made, Moxie, is what someone
really?
says. Tastes horrible, is what it said.
Well,
okay,
damn.
So
You know?
are you,
It's like you can
are
have
you
it.
just saying that so I won't drink it? Is that what you're doing? Levan Gasparini is doing real good job being moderator up in this chat. Always does. No wonder things, LOL. Live stream the workout is what someone said.
We thought
Go
about
Corey.
it. We did think about it, but
I think that would be a dick move since they're having their ARM TV
You're right.
live right now
You're
that y'all
right.
need to get off here for. All right, guys.
appreciate it, guys.
Wander on over to ARM TV. Tell them we sent you. Looking forward to chatting some more.
Click subscribe, click the bell for notifications,
Absolutely.
all that super cool stuff. Later.